We turn to Simon Mohsen, who joined us live from Islamabad with more. Simon, what information are you able to share with us on this?
Well, Rosemary, it was certainly a very powerful quake of 7.7 magnitude. It lasted just 2 minutes, but it's caused widespread devastation. The death toll has continued to go up throughout the night and spiked this morning as rescue workers finally managed to get to this remote area of Balochistan in the southwest of Pakistan. So far, 217 people have been reported as being killed, more than 300 injured. And as I say, as rescue workers get there, those figures do continue to rise. Rescue workers are now trying to free people that are buried under the rubble. They're trying to find any people who are injured that they can get to emergency medical treatment. There aren't many hospitals in that area because it is so remote. So they're having to fly people outside the area to the nearest hospitals in major cities like Quetta or Karachi in the next province of Pakistan. Now, just to explain that Balochistan is on the coastline in the south of Pakistan. It's Pakistan's largest province, but the least populated. So in a way, a lot of rescue teams that I've been talking to throughout the night and this morning are telling me that that might well be a saving grace on this occasion because this area is remotely populated. It's just peppered with small villages and towns and people living there. So therefore, they're hoping that that death toll won't go up too much more. But as I say, it is difficult to get to. They're getting there basically by helicopter. There are a few military convoys on their way by road, but most of that medical and rescue work teams are getting there via air, and more than 1,000 troops have been deployed so far.
Right, so Simon, when you're talking, it's mainly a sort of very raw structures there, mud huts you were talking about. So what was the cause of death in most instances here?
Because it was late evening, Rosemary, a lot of rescue workers are telling us that they believe people were actually indoors. The last earthquake we covered on CNN back in April, in a similar kind of situation in Balochistan where there were mud houses, it was during the daytime, it was early morning, everyone was outside their house. And just to explain that they are mud houses, but they are pretty firm structures. They're houses of 3-4 bedrooms, obviously they have furniture, so when these collapsed, that's when people were trapped under the rubble. And of course, because it's a remote location, we don't know if rescue workers have been able to get to many of those injured or critically injured in time. Rosemary?
Yeah, and what sort of numbers of people are we talking about? As you say, it's remote there and sparsely populated. And how long are they expecting it to take to actually reach these people?
Well, the military are telling us that they've deployed 1,000 troops so far. That started as a couple of hundred last night, getting there by helicopter from the nearest military base in Quetta, which is about an 8-hour drive away, a couple of hours by helicopter. But then, of course, helicopters can't fly through the night, and so they had to stand down their rescue operation overnight and start that back up early this morning. There are troops in convoy heading there on road, and just to give you some more context, on one side of Awaran district, there is an area where there has been incidents of militancy, bombings, and a separatist movement operating out of that area. On the other side, it's clear and safe to access too. So there's huge difficulties that more than 1,000 military troops are having to deal with at this time.